You make 70 grand a year. On paper, that's solid, respectable, supposed to be comfortable. So why does it feel like you're one surprise car repair away from spiraling? Let's be honest. If you're making 70,000 and still stressed, you've probably had this thought. Am I just bad with money? You're not crazy. The math changed, and nobody sent a memo. If this already feels a little too familiar, stick with me. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to explain why your stress actually makes sense. Here's what doing fine looks like on paper. After taxes, maybe $52,000 to $55,000 depending where you live. That's about $4,300 to $4,600 a month hitting your account. If you have a job, you're not reckless. You're not blowing it at the club every weekend. From the outside, you're stable. You pay your rent, you pay your car, you don't overdraft. So people assume you're good. You assume you should be good. Here's what nobody says. Doing fine used to mean breathing room. Now it just means you haven't collapsed. There's a difference. Let's run the numbers without drama. Rent, $1,800. Groceries, $180 to $250 a week. Car payment, $450. Insurance, $220. Gas, $200. Phone and internet, $180. Subscriptions you forgot about, $60. Student loans, $300. We're not even at the random stuff yet. Dentist, birthday gifts, school trip, new tires, that one appliance that dies at the worst possible time. Suddenly, that $4,500 a month doesn't feel powerful. It feels spoken for. This is the part that hurts. You're not stressed because you're irresponsible. You're stressed because there's no margin. You're running a clean operation. But it's tight. Too tight. One $900 car repair and the month tilts sideways. You're not drowning, but you're treading water harder than you expected. And that constant low-level pressure, that's what exhausts you. Here's where people gaslight themselves. I make more than I used to. Why does this feel worse? Because inflation said, thanks, I'll take that. You got a 3% raise. Groceries went up 12%. Insurance quietly climbed again. Rent didn't just go up, it jumped. The math shifted under your feet. And psychologically, that messes with you. 10 years ago, 70,000 felt like you were moving up. Now it feels like you're maintaining. Barely. And here's the emotional compression nobody talks about. You're expected to be grateful. You make good money. So you don't feel allowed to complain. But internally, you feel squeezed. That tension, that contradiction, that's what makes it heavy. You're not broke. But you're not free. That middle zone is mentally brutal because you look fine. But you don't feel fine. Let's zoom out for a second. You're not stressed because you need budgeting tips. You're stressed because stability got more expensive, and nobody adjusted the emotional expectations. We still talk about 70,000 like it's 2008. It's not. Housing exploded, childcare exploded, food crept up, health insurance plays games. The cost of being normal quietly climbed, and you absorbed it, month by month, without realizing how much pressure built up. Here's the grounded truth. You're not failing. You're operating in a tighter system. That awareness matters. Because if you think it's personal weakness, you carry shame. If you understand its compression, you carry clarity. Clarity changes how you move. Maybe you renegotiate something. Maybe you cut one expense that's actually pointless. Maybe you stop chasing lifestyle upgrades that don't move the needle. Maybe you push for income growth more aggressively. Not from panic, from awareness. Let's be honest. The old definition of comfortable is outdated. The math changed. That doesn't mean you're doomed. It means you need a sharper lens. You don't need to hustle yourself into burnout. But you do need to stop pretending 70,000 automatically equals peace. It doesn't. Peace comes from margin. And margin is what's missing. That's the real issue. Not you. The compression. And once you see it clearly, you stop beating yourself up. You start making decisions based on reality, not outdated expectations. You're not crazy for feeling stressed at 70,000. You're reacting to a system that quietly got heavier. And the moment you stop blaming yourself, that's when you actually regain control. Because stress without understanding feels like failure. Stress with clarity feels like strategy. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can hear is this: you're not bad with money, the math changed, and now you move accordingly. You stop blaming yourself, and you start making moves based on reality, not old expectations, because the rules changed, and pretending they didn't is what keeps people stuck.